Hi guys, welcome to Man City Fan TV. This is episode 3 of the FIFA Career Series, so thank you for joining us today. And we have some breaking news, some big news with regards to a new signing. We've gone out and we've splashed the cash and we've bought Nathan Ake. So we've signed him on a 5-year deal and we've bought him for £29.5 million. So thank you to everyone who got involved on Twitter, who took part in the poll. We ran a poll to see which centre-half we should be signing, and Nathan Ake came out the winner in that poll. 50% of you actually wanted us to go out and sign Nathan Ake, so we've gone ahead and done that. So really appreciate all the participation. There was lots and lots of interest in that tweet, and there were lots who took part in the poll, so I really do appreciate that interest. Do hit the like button on this video, hit subscribe and hit the bell notification as well if you want these videos on a regular basis. So today's episode 3. So if you haven't watched episode 1 and 2, do go back and watch them, otherwise you're going to be behind and you'll be wondering what our previous results were. But we've made a pretty good start to the season. What I'll do is I will just show you the league table as it stands. So we're currently sat 3rd in the table after 3 games. We've played Huddersfield and we drew with Huddersfield. We've played Arsenal, we beat Arsenal, and we played Wolves and beat Wolves. So we've won our 2 away games, but the 1 game at the Etihad against Huddersfield, there was a goalkeeping error and we ended up dropping points in that one. That game finished 1-1. So we do have a little bit of ground to make up already on the leaders, who are Spurs, but as you can see, it's pretty early days, so you know, we don't have to panic too much. So let's go ahead and look at the calendar then, see what games we've got coming up today. So we're going to try and get 3 games in on this episode today. So we're going to play Newcastle, Fulham, and then we've got the first Champions League game as well against Lyon. So we're going to try and get these 3 games in. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack on. I've added Nathan Ake to the substitute bench and replaced Company, so Company's now dropped out. So we're going to play our next game, which is a home fixture at the Etihad, and we're playing Newcastle. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways at the Etihad. So I'm going to play a strong team today, the full team there. I'm not going to change anyone. So we're going to get straight into this because we want to give the home crowd a victory. We didn't do very well in the last home game against Huddersfield. We sort of huffed and puffed, and Huddersfield managed to rescue a point from us. Is that the phrase? Rescue a point? They didn't really rescue a point from us. We rescued a point from that game, I think, because we were a goal down. So we really want to do better at home. We don't want to be drawing our home games, especially not against the lower league teams. We have had a couple of great results. So we've obviously won the Community Shield against Chelsea. We beat Wolves away and we beat Arsenal away. So a little bit like the old school typical City at the moment. The easy games were struggling and the tougher games were actually doing well. So here come the players for this first match in episode 3. There's the Etihad faithful. Not an empty seat in sight. And the players line up. And let's get this one underway. So here we go. So Aguero plays it back to Sané. And Kyle Walker. So no shadows on the pitch today. It's a nice clear surface, so I've got no excuses whatsoever. I need to be taking advantage of this situation and getting some goals on the board today. So there's the first shot. Oh, nice shot into the top corner there, Bernardo Silva. So nice positive start from the Blues. We need to just move the ball faster today. I think that's the key. De Bruyne plays it wide to Kyle Walker, overlapping run. Plays it back to Fernandinho. Bernardo Silva, nice little dinky type shot. There's a bit of a dragger along the floor there. It didn't really pick up any momentum. Not just dragged there, but it wasn't a great shot. So 0-0, 8 minutes gone. Let's see if we can try and get some goals at the Etihad in front of the home crowd. Okay, Fernandinho plays it wide to Walker. Sterling was nearly in there, but it's a good interception from the Newcastle defender. Sterling's tracking back, doing his job there, working hard for the team. Ederson's going to collect this one. So this is where I need to be careful now, rolling the ball out. If you watched the last episode, you will know that we conceded a goal at home against Huddersfield due to my lack of goalkeeping skills. Here comes Aguero, he's through. Aguero, it's 1-0 City. Took a little bit of a deflection, but you knew the outcome. As soon as the ball was played through to Aguero, there was only one outcome. And Sergio places it past the Newcastle goalkeeper. It was a great through ball, actually. It was a nice pick out. You could see the run from Aguero. And I think it was it Kevin De Bruyne that picked him out? Let's just take a look. It was Bernardo there. It was actually Bernardo who played the ball through. Aguero hits the shot, and it takes a bit of a deflection there off the Newcastle defender, but I don't care. A nice little deflection. It probably wouldn't have gone in, actually. Wouldn't have... yeah, I don't think it would have beat the goalkeeper without that deflection. So, quite a lucky goal, but we'll take that. 1-0 up at the Etihad, 17 minutes gone. And this is episode 3 of the FIFA Career Series. And there's Mendy, De Bruyne. So already this game feels like there's a much better flow to the team. Sané's made a nice run down the wing, and he's found him. Can he cut inside? Yes, he can. Nice bit of play. Sané here now to De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Oh, De Bruyne's hit a couple of fantastic shots from that sort of position, actually, on the last couple of stream episodes that we've done. But that one wasn't as well hit. But here he comes again. So De Bruyne's getting a lot of joy, and Aguero again. Going to fire the shot off. Oh, Aguero. So Aguero's looking sharp so far. Fired that shot there from a tight angle. We know he can do that. The Newcastle goalkeeper nearly got a hand to it. But it's a great start. We're coming up to the half-hour mark. We're 1-0 up. We're dominating the game as we should be at home. And so far, no mistakes, no goalkeeping errors. We're moving the ball a bit faster. Here comes Aguero. Plays it to De Bruyne. Plays the ball over to Bernardo. Mendy's overlapping, so this is looking good. Can he get to the line? Yes, he can. And De Bruyne's in. Beautiful goal. De Bruyne's in for the header. 2-0 City. And Newcastle are on the ropes here. There's only half an hour gone. Putting the pressure on in this game. Floods of blue shirts when it's us going forward. We're just flooding forward. Benjamin Mendy there gets to the line, and one of his great assists. De Bruyne's there with a header. And it's 2-0 to City. So I'll take that. Rose like a salmon. There you go, bang. Keeper couldn't get to it. Got a little fingertip to it, but not enough. And we go 2-0 up. So do hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to see how we progress in this FIFA Career Mode series. Remember, we've got all the Champions League games coming up as well. So we're hoping we can win as many trophies as possible. We've already got the Community Shield in the bag. So we're on the way to doing what Pep did last season and winning the quadruple. But I'm hoping we can actually go one better and win the quintuple. And I don't know why I'm hoping that, because I don't think I've ever won a quintuple on FIFA, but it's a first time for everything. And remember, we are playing on the hardest level that there is offline. So this is the ultimate level difficulty. Here's Aguero, fires the shot. Oh, Aguero there nearly popped in the third goal. Nice bit of football, sharp turn, first time shot, and it was a good save to tip it around the post. So it's a corner to City. Good ball in. Newcastle clear the lines. So they're under the cosh really now, Newcastle. There's not been any danger to us whatsoever. Here comes Bernardo. Nice shot. Oh, I took a little bit of a deflection there. I'm struggling to shoot actually with Bernardo, I must admit. I don't know whether I should be playing Bernardo out on the wings. If anybody wants to leave a comment down below, let me know about Bernardo Silva. Do you think I should be playing him wider? Because I know in real life we do play him, we do play him out wide more than we do centrally. So let me know on the comments. Any sort of suggestions with tactics, anything like that, do let me know, because I am a bit of a dinosaur, as you will see. And we've got to clear our lines here. Here comes Raheem. Oh, he's on the run, but the referee blows the whistle for half time. So it's a good half. First game on the episode 3 of this Manchester City career mode here on Man City Fan TV. We're 2-0 up, cruising at half time. So let's just take a quick look at the statistics, and you can see there from the stats, 62% possession to Newcastle's 38. We've had 9 shots to their 2, so it really is quite a comprehensive domination from the Blues at the moment. So let's see if we can continue it and get the 3 points in the bag, because we've got a bit of ground to make up, because we dropped points against Huddersfield. And Spurs are top of the league, and if I remember, Spurs are pretty good on FIFA as well, so I'm sure Spurs are going to be up there all the way through the season. So Newcastle here started off a little bit sharper. There's Aguero, plays it to Sterling. Plays a cross in. Oh, nice ball in there. It looked like Bernardo Silva was running in at the far post. Corner to City. It's a nice header. Oh, nearly found the corner. It was Kyle Walker winning the header. So it's not very often you see Kyle Walker up there winning the headers, but managed to get a nice header across then. And there's Mendy. Bernardo Silva into Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne. Sterling's free. Oh, I nearly come out to Aguero. Fired the cross in there, Sterling, looking for the deflection for Aguero to finish. And it was a little unkind. The deflection went straight back to the Newcastle player. So here's Sané. Sané's going to fire a shot. Nice shot from Sané. Keeper managed to tip it around the post. Dubravka. You didn't know much about that though. Sané fired that with a bit of venom. It just sort of hit the goalkeeper and went out wide. So another corner to City. Here we go, this one's coming out. John Stones is going to fire one in. No, he's not. I wouldn't say that was firing one in. That was a centre-back shot. John Stones there. Stay in your position, mate. Being left-footed from the centre-back there. Spoons it wide of the goal. So not the greatest shot from Johnny Stones. So 60 minutes gone. In this very first game on episode 3, we're cruising at the moment, 2-0 up. Probably should have more goals, to be honest. We haven't made the most of our chances. Oh, that one's going to the far post. Oh, I thought he'd kept that one in. So let's just make a substitution and let's keep it fresh. What we're going to do is we're going to take Sergio off. Let's bring on Gabriel Jesus, and I'm going to bring on Nathan Aki. Let's give Nathan Aki our what spot? Our centre-back spot. We're going to give him our centre-back spot there, and alongside Stone. So we'll give him a debut. And I also want to bring on. Let's bring on Foden. Let's take Bernardo Silva off. So we've got Nathan Ake on, the new signing, making his debut at the Etihad. Phil Foden's on, and Gabriel Jesus. So bringing on 3 young lads there, making all 3 changes. This game feels pretty comfortable. So here he is. Here's Nathan Ake on the ball now. Let's see how he feels. He feels quite good, actually. Felt pretty strong. Here he comes, Nathan Ake. Plays a pass to Mendy. Ooh, Foden there gave it away, but managed to win the throw-in. Mendy with the throw to Foden. Some nice football. Gabby Jesus. Sané makes a great run. And here comes Jesus. Oh, Sterling. There's a great run inside there. Gabriel Jesus ran inside, fired the shot, hit the crossbar. And somehow it stayed out of the net. Here comes Foden. Foden. Oh, a bit too much there from young Phil Foden, but he's got the confidence, the lad, to run at him. There's De Bruyne to Mendy. Here's Phil Foden again. inside. De Bruyne plays it to Fernandinho. So De Bruyne, that is beautiful football. What a goal, what a goal. That is class from the City boys there. Great build-up play, everyone was involved. Phil Foden was involved. Kevin De Bruyne was involved, Fernandinho as well. But it was great, intricate passing. Look at that, nice little shift inside from Fernandinho. De Bruyne made the run and smashed it past the Newcastle goalkeeper. So it's 3-0. So we're cruising, 79 minutes gone, 3-0 up. And it looks like the Huddersfield game, the 1-1 draw, the horror game, and the Ederson mistake has been forgotten. The City boys are back to winning ways at the Etihad. We obviously want to make the Etihad a bit of a fortress. We don't want any sort of blips at the Etihad. And here comes Fernandinho again. So it's Foden this time. Foden nearly skinned his man there. I tried to bring it back inside, but wasn't quite quick enough. Fired it into Foden's feet. Probably a little bit too hard then, to be fair. Here comes the Newcastle attack. So Newcastle are actually in our half. The barcode fans will be happy. Over there, the black and white barcode army. Watching their team get absolutely dismantled at the Etihad, as they always do. There's Rafa Benitez. I'm sure when we play them at their ground, though, they'll be up for it like it's the World Cup final. Although Rafa Benitez won't be there, will he? Rafa Benitez is no longer the manager. I don't understand why they sacked Rafa Benitez. I think it was a really poor decision, to be honest. But then again, it wouldn't be Newcastle without poor decisions. Remind me a little bit of City back in the day. The way they're being run at the moment, I feel sorry for them because they're a really big club. They should be treated much better than that. The fans deserve more. So there we go. So 3-0 in the very first episode on this, in the very first match on the episode. It's 3-0 to City against Newcastle. That's a Premier League win, so 3 points on the board. And you can see there from the statistics on the right-hand side, 61% possession, 14 shots to 2. Complete domination from the City boys. And that's going to help us in the league now. Hopefully Spurs have dropped some points and we might be able to move up to the top spot. So let's just take a look. So we are top of the league. So after that game we move to the top, but Spurs have got a game in hand. So let's just run it forward and see what happens when Spurs play their game in hand. So if you see the table down below, there we go. So Spurs, they didn't win. So yeah, we're on top of the league. So we are back where we belong. So we've had some news here on this right hand side. Let me just go into the club news because it looked like old Bubblegum has won Player of the Month. He has. So congratulations to Bernardo Silva. He's the Premier League's Player of the Month. So fantastic performance. I've been playing him out of position as well. I've been playing him in the centre when really he probably should be out wide. So congratulations to Bernardo Silva. So let's crack on then, because we want to try and get as many games in on this episode as possible. We're going to play Fulham in our next game, and it's another home game. So again, it's going to give us an opportunity to put some pressure on. And let's go ahead and put Gabriel Jesus in. I'm actually going to start Riyad Mahrez today. And instead of Bernardo, the Player of the Month is going to make way for David Silva. I'm going to play Rodri. And let's give Zinchenko a go at left back. We'll rest Mendy as well. Give Mendy a rest. And do we start Ake? Yeah, we do. Let's start Ake. We'll give him his full home debut in place of John Stones. So quite a few changes there. So if you remember last time I made a few changes was against Huddersfield. And it did backfire on me somewhat because we were making silly little errors. So hopefully, with the changes that we've made, we can still pick up a win. Look at the little training session here. Don't even do the training session. So here we go, second game of this episode. It's another Premier League game and we're playing against Fulham. So hopefully we can pick up another victory. We are top of the league. We've somehow managed to remain at the top of the league, even though we dropped points against Huddersfield. So here we go. There's the City faithful there, making all the noise. And here we go. Players are lined up. Let's get this one underway. So a few shadows on the pitch today. So I've got a couple of excuses if I need to use them. But we're underway. There's Nathan Aki down to Kyle Walker. Plays it inside to De Bruyne. Rodri to David Silva. And Zinchenko on the left today. Here comes David Silva. Nice ball. Nearly a good through ball then. Well, I think Fulham are going to have a little bit more about them than Newcastle. I think they might have one or two better players. Because if you remember Fulham, when they actually came up last year, I think, there we go, 1-0 to Fulham. So when Fulham came up last year, everybody was sort of backing them to do really well. I know they ended up going down, but they did make some good signings on paper. I mean, that's one of them there, Schürrle. He was a good player when he played for Chelsea. So a bit of a mistake there. It looked like Kyle Walker at the far. Yeah, it was Kyle Walker. If you watch, he nodded that ball back and actually set Schürrle up. So an awful mistake from Kyle Walker. And we go one down again at home. So the Etihad at the moment seems to be a bit of a curse for the boys in certain games. Here comes De Bruyne. Down to Kyle Walker. Let's see if we can turn this one around. We've got our work cut out to turn this result around. Comes David Silva. Plays it to Raheem. And it's a penalty. Raheem, as soon as he gets on the ball and you run at the fullback, you know they're going to take you out because Raheem's just so quick. He's so nippy around the 18-yard box that the defenders have to come in and foul him. So as soon as I got it there, picked it up, dashed past the defender, and yeah, he had no choice. He had to take me out. So it's a penalty to City. And we've got Kevin De Bruyne taking it, which I don't want. I don't believe in Kevin De Bruyne. I believe in your striker should take the penalty. So I'm going to give it to Gabby. And Gabriel Jesus doesn't let me down. There he goes. 1-0. Sorry, 1-0. 1-1. I'm being optimistic there. 1-1 because we conceded another daft goal. But at least we're 1-1 on 12 minutes rather than later on in the game like against Huddersfield. So we've got plenty of time now to try and find the winner if we don't make any more silly mistakes. So it was a great penalty. Gabriel Jesus steps up. No Aguero in this game. So Gabby Jesus, the keeper had no chance, buries it in the top corner, and it's 1-1. We're back in the game. So here we go. Let's try and put some pressure on now, City. Zinchenko in there. Nice from Zinchenko. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Nice play. Gabby Jesus is really sharp actually on this game. He's really agile. Watch him. Got really tricky feet. David Silva to De Bruyne. Is he going to unleash? Oh, nearly unleashed another rocket into the top corner there. The defender managed to just close him down. That wasn't the best bit of play, but Gabby Jesus has won it back. Zinchenko. Here's David Silva. David Silva. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. What a ball. What a ball. I mean, that is David Silva for you. In fact, I do think I need to start playing David Silva on a regular basis because he can do that kind of thing. Did you see that through pass then? It just took the whole Fulham team apart. The Fulham team just couldn't cope with it. The City fans are going absolutely wild. The 2-1 up. Look at this for a ball. Just dissected the Fulham defence. I probably could have finished a bit earlier. I waited because I wanted to try and draw the keeper out. It nearly cost me. And then De Bruyne just puts the ball in the back of the net. So 2-1. So after being a goal down, the Blues have turned it around. So 23 minutes gone. And we are back in front. So after an initial scare, hopefully now we can steady the ship a bit and take care of business in this game. comes Rodri, plays it to De Bruyne. Gabby Jesus. Sterling. Oh, nearly. Sterling was running at his men there. He was committing them. Great tackle by Rodri. That was fantastic bit of play by Rodri. Long legs there, just hooked around his man and managed to win the ball. De Bruyne's free. Can he do it? De Bruyne fired the shot. Whenever De Bruyne gets in that sort of area there, you know he's got the ability just to knock it out of his feet. He looks for the curling shot. VAR would have given that as handball. If we had VAR, that would be handball. So on the next FIFA, I don't know what it's going to be like, because there's actually going to be VAR. I think most people will probably turn that VAR off if it's on the next FIFA, because it's going to be really annoying, I'd imagine. Here's De Bruyne again. Oh, a little bit too much that time. And here's De Bruyne. Through ball. Oh, I should have gone the other way. The man wide there was Mahrez. Mahrez was free and he didn't look for Mahrez. Here's David Silva. Plays it wide to Zinchenko. Back to David. Look at David's control. It's just unbelievable when he gets the ball. So Fulham trying to get back in the game. They're trying to put a few passes together, but at the moment we're quite comfortable. We've obviously had our moment of madness. We seem to have a moment of madness in every game, or most games that we play. But Sterling's on a run. Outpace there, Sterling. Or has he? Can he put the pressure on? Sterling won't give it up.
3 minutes of added time.
Now, coming up to half time, we're in injury time at the end of the first half. After being 2-1 down with, 1-0 down with 2-1 up. Oh, good save, Edison. So Fulham there nearly snatched an equaliser just before our time. So we are having some sloppy moments. We're not playing as comfortably as I would like us to be playing, I must admit. Fulham there had a couple of chances, but we do lead at half time. It's 2-1. That man Kevin De Bruyne gave us the lead, the captain. And we will just take a look at the half-time stats. So you can see there on the half-time stats, we have 60-40 in possession and we're dominating on shots. So just as you would expect it at home, we are dominating the ball, but it is only 2-1 and we are having a few sloppy moments, so we do need to try and tighten up a little bit, because we're giving so many chances away that we just don't need to give. And the danger is as well, but we're giving chances away, but we're not really being that clinical in front of goal ourselves. So that's not a nice combination, because when we play the bigger games and we play the Champions League games later, you know, I have to be clinical. If I get a chance, I've got to score, because I just won't get a second opportunity. That's a good through ball, nearly went through. Here comes Mahrez. David Silva. Nearly got the ball back to Kevin De Bruyne there, but interception by the Fulham player. So this is game 2 on this episode 3 of Man City Fan TV FIFA career mode series. Do hit the like button, hit subscribe, and watch a goal like that. How'd you like that? 3-1 City. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see goals like that, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and the City boys will do the rest. That was a great bit of football there on the wing, crossed it in, and then Kevin De Bruyne came in and popped it in the net. And I think that's Kevin De Bruyne's second header of the game, actually. So you don't really see Kevin De Bruyne scoring many with his head, but in this game he's got 2. Well, I think in this game actually, or is it on this stream, in this episode? I think he's got 2 headed goals on the episode actually. I'm just trying to think. I was racking my brain then to think, has he scored 2 in this? He might have. I'm losing track of the games. And here we go again. Here comes Raheem Sterling. Plays it inside, through ball. And that should have gone through quicker there. We had an opportunity to score from that. Good header from Nathan Ake, the new signing. So Ake's making his home debut today. You guys voted for him to be our new centre-back. And Kiam went out and did the business, signed the man that you wanted. And he's now in the squad. So Nathan Ake is a City player, 29.5 million we signed him for. And I think the time has come to bring young Phil Foden on. And I think I'm going to give it Kevin De Bruyne. I'm going to give Kevin a rest because De Bruyne's played most of our games. And I think as well, Raheem Sterling needs a bit of a rest. So I'm going to bring Sané on for Raheem Sterling. So it's 3-1, 65 minutes gone. It's a Premier League game, remember, so we need the points on the board. We're top of the league as it stands, so hopefully we can sew this one up. That's a nice ball wide there. Here comes Zinchenko to Raheem Sterling, still on the pitch. Look at that, the pace of Sterling then. David Silva. Oh, don't know how that didn't end up in the net. We had so many men over. Played it back to David Silva and I played it too far behind him. So the defender managed to just get a foot in on the ball, but we should have really made that count. We had 4 men in the box and Fulham had no defenders back. Really sloppy bit of play. And Fulham are now trying to capitalise on our sloppy finishing by getting back in the game. Putting some pressure on here just last 15 minutes or so. A nice through ball. And he got the shot then, he threw Laporte's legs. Managed to get the shot through. Comes Zinchenko. Plays it into David Silva. To Raheem. Oh, De Bruyne nearly got onto the end of that there. Added a little bit of chip to that just so it would go over the defender's leg, but didn't quite bounce for De Bruyne. There's Vieto. So this lad Vieto's given us a bit of trouble. Great header from Ake to clear the lines. Plays the ball wide here to Riyad Mahrez. Here comes Gabby Jesus. So nice move here, Gabby Jesus. Plays it in, Sterling finishes it off. 4-1 to City. What a goal. Nice bit of play. Gabriel Jesus down the right hand side. Used his pace, cut inside. Saw the run from Raheem Sterling. And Raheem did the rest, put it in the net, and we're 4-1 up. So this is more what we expect to see from the City boys. I know we've had a few little blips. We had a blip against Huddersfield. We had a blip against, well, in this game against Fulham earlier on in the match. But we've managed to turn it around. We're playing some nice football now. Raheem Sterling gets his 2nd goal in the Premier League for us. And we can now make the changes. De Bruyne's going off, Phil Foden on. Raheem's taking a rest. And Leroy Sané's on. The Etihad faithful are going crazy there. They're happy with the scoreline. They're thinking, who was Pep? We can't remember Pep now. We've got Kiam in charge. Kiam's the man. The virtual Pep Guardiola, as someone referred to me on the YouTube comments. The virtual Pep Guardiola. And probably more like the virtual Sam Allardyce, but I'll take it. If you want to leave nice comments like that and call me the virtual Pep Guardiola, I will take it. So we're coming to the end of this 2nd game on the episode against Fulham. David Silva plays it into Gabby Jesus. And the referee blows a whistle. So that's the end of the 2nd game. It's a great win at the Etihad, 4-1 to City after a rocky start. The boys really knuckled down, put the pressure on, and Fulham just couldn't cope with the pace and the ability of our players. So it was a great victory in the end. I'm happy with that. And we're going to go ahead and progress. So you can see the stats there, 55 possession to 45, 7 shots, and it was a 4-1 victory to City. So we're now going to progress to the Champions League game, because I think we've got a Champions League game coming up next. And here we go. The Champions League. So this will no doubt get a few boos from our fans, the Champions League music. And it's going to be a Champions League game. And if you remember the Champions League group from last year, the very first fixture was against Lyon. So that's who we're going to be playing today. It's Lyon. So let's go into this game. So we're at home again. Lyon in their orange kit. And we're going to stick with our first team, really. That's the first sort of starting team. Not going to make any changes to that. You'll notice that I try and keep a settled team as much as possible, but I will make changes throughout the games. I do, drop players in like Gabriel Jesus for the games in the Premier League against the lower clubs, and for the cup games I'll be rotating quite a lot. So you'll probably see me trying a lot of the kids in the cup games. But for the big matches, I will tend to stick with my chosen 11. And then the likes of Mahrez, etc., they've got to work their way in. They've really got to impress. So when they come into the team, they've got to impress if they want to get a place in the team. So here we go. It's the Champions League at the Etihad. You can see the supporters club there handing out all the little coloured plaques. Everybody's holding them up. The players are coming onto the pitch. And we've got the North stand there with the Manchester City badge, and the players are coming out for the Champions League music. And we're going to hear the Champions League anthem, so feel free to boo wherever you are. If you want to boo, you can do. You don't have to. I know I sometimes boo because I'm not a big fan of UEFA, I'll be honest, but the Champions League music, it does bring back a lot of memories watching Champions League football when I was a kid. Even though City weren't in it, it was still good to watch. So we're going to go ahead and we won't boo the music on this stream. And there we go. So let's get straight into the game then. So it's the first Champions League game on this FIFA career mode. It's episode 3 today. And thank you again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the comments, the great comments you've been leaving on the videos, the comments you've been leaving on Twitter as well. Really appreciate all the feedback. And look out for all the other coverage that we're going to be bringing. There's going to be some one-on-one content. In fact, I just played Rob from Man City Fan TV earlier tonight. So there was actually a game against Rob. So I will probably be sharing that video because I did record it. I just need to check with Andy whether it's fit for air, because when me and Rob get together, sometimes the language isn't, shall we say, it's not really that family friendly. So I just want to make sure it's suitable and we don't cross any any lines. So Andy will have the ultimate say on whether that is. So here we go. Aguero fires a shot. Oh, Aguero there snaps a shot just over the bar. Managed to hook his foot around that. I thought it was going to go in for a moment. Jason Denayer tried to block it, but no, it wasn't. No, it was pretty close, pretty close. So yeah, we're going to be bringing lots of content. We are looking at setting up a FIFA Pro Club as well. So I've been speaking to Rob today, and we're going to put some information out on social media. We're going to try and set up a Pro Club, and we will send out invitations to people. So if you're interested in the Pro Club, leave a comment down below. Reach out to us on Twitter, MCF TV FIFA. So it's at MCF TV FIFA. Reach out to us on the Twitter. Let us know if you're interested, because it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, I'm based in Canada, so you can be anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter if you want to be part of our club. Even if you're not a City fan, but you follow the channel, then by all means reach out to us, and we will include you if you want to be part of the team. And eventually what we're hoping to do is, if we can build up the team and get enough interest, we might approach some of the other fan channels and see if we can get some games set up and take it from there. So lots of plans in the pipeline, and like I said on the previous episode, we are going to be looking at bringing in some Ultimate Team as well. Here's De Bruyne. Oh, nice bit of play from De Bruyne. So City here putting all the pressure on. Nice bit of play. Nearly fed that ball in. Oh, finish. Ah. So we're having the most of the play here. We're just not finishing. It's the usual story, to be honest. If you remember when we played Lyon, I think we actually lost this game, didn't we, in real life? We We lost this 2-1, but I actually think this game was a blessing as far as the season went. When we lost this game, it ended up sort of giving the team a bit of a shake-up, and they came back a lot stronger after this fixture. So, yeah, I'm not saying that I want to lose it on this particular episode today, but in real life it did help us. So 30 minutes gone, so the time's flying in the Champions League game. 30 minutes, still 0-0, quite a tight game. We've had most of the play, but like I said, it's still in the balance. And we've got to clear our lines there, so there's an injury. Is there an injury? Let me just double check. Nope, no injury. It looked like one of our players was down, so he's obviously okay. So Bernardo Silva to Kevin De Bruyne to Aguero to Bernardo. Here comes Aguero. Aguero with the shot. Oh, nearly went through to Sterling on the right wing. So we're not making the most of our chances at the moment. It's a bitty game. John Stones with a nice clearance there. De Bruyne to Fernandinho. Here comes Aguero. Aguero's up for it today. Plays it in. Oh, I thought I could just flick it on then with Mahrez. Sorry, not with Mahrez, with Bernardo Silva, and I should have really got the shot off. Nice little turn there from John Stones, and here comes Mendy. So Mendy can add a bit of speed to this break. And there's a ball through, but it's not going to get to Sterling. So 45 minutes on the clock. We're into injury time in this first Champions League game, episode 3, and it's still 0-0. So that's it, half time. I think we've been the better side there. I think we're unlucky not to be ahead, but it's Champions League, and as you know, the games are pretty tight. So if you don't take your chances, you don't get anywhere. So we will see what we can do in the second half. We might have to make some changes just to freshen it up a little bit. Here comes Leroy. Nice bit of footwork there from Leroy. I went to play that into Aguero, but he actually ran away. Nice play. This is better. Now we've opened up a bit of space. Sterling. Sterling fires the shot. He should have done better there. Sterling was free on the wing. Should be finishing that, Raheem. There's a nice ball through. And again, Raheem Sterling's finishing not the best. The goalkeeper gets on the end of that. There comes a corner. Flick it back in. That's a free header. And it's in. It was a free header at the front post. I didn't actually realise it had gone in at first, because he sort of scuffed it with his head. But it went in the near post. It was a little dink ball back in. Sergio, being the goal poacher that he is, made the run to the near post. And he managed to get a little bit of contact. It wasn't the greatest header by any stretch of the imagination. If you look at it, he sort of scuffs it down, hits the goalkeeper pretty much in his face, and goes into the net. So a bit of a scrappy goal, but I'll take that. It's Champions League, and 1-0 to City, so we take the lead against Lyon in this first group stage game in the Champions League at the Etihad. We're 1-0 up. So let's try and keep it tight now, because Lyon will start to put a bit of pressure on. Here's Raheem. Bernardo Silva. And Silva lost it there. So what I might do actually... Oh, again, Bernardo Silva not quite on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rest Bernardo Silva, player of the month. The guy's been working his socks off. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a rest. I'm going to bring on David Silva. And... yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. We'll just make that one change. So I'm just going to give Bernardo Silva a rest and bring on David Silva, just to try and get us a bit more control, because Bernardo is running round, he's working his socks off like he does, but at the moment he's not really keeping hold of the ball and doing what we want. So we need to get David Silva on because we know he will keep hold of the ball. This is nice football. Sterling's in. Oh, shocking. Oh, my days. Was he offside? I'm going to hopefully... Yeah, I think he was offside anyway, but it was a great bit of play. But Sterling's finishing at times. It's like... I play with Sterling like the old Sterling when he first arrived and he used to struggle to finish. So apologies for that, because Raheem Sterling's better than that in real life. Aguero could be free. Oh, I should have played it into Aguero. Went the wrong way. And here comes David Silva now. So you see already he can keep hold of the ball a bit better. We got a man over, Benjamin Mendy. Oh, Mendy should have won that header. The Lyon player's in now. That's not good. Oh. Just about got that clear, so we're panicking a little bit at the back here, hanging on a bit. Lyon are putting us under pressure. Poor shot there from the Lyon player, which saved us. Let's try and keep hold of the ball. Ball goes wide to Kyle Walker. Into Sergio. And David Silva's making the run, not quite enough speed there. So ironically, I took Bernardo Silva off to bring David Silva on. And the first pass was one where I needed pace, where Bernardo probably would have got on it, and he's off the pitch. That's nearly a great ball from Silva, then he was away, Aguero. So this is a real tough game actually in the Champions League. Lyon are putting up a bit of a fight here. So hopefully we can hang on. It's not looking good at the moment. Just the little passes here, we're not getting out at all. They're just piling the pressure on us. Can he get the block off? No. Oh, it's a great shot. I'm just going to make a change because you can see our players are feeling it a bit now. So we're going to bring on Riyad Mahrez on the right. And I'm going to bring in Rodri. I think Fernandinho's looking a little bit tired in front of the back four. So we're going to bring on Rodri just to try and see us through to the end of this game. We've got to try and defend this and take the 1-0 victory. And that's a nice bit of play there from Aguero. Plays it through. Nearly set Sané away on the wing. Mendy needs to stay with his man. Oh, Mendy took his man out. I think that's going to be a free kick. Luckily, he only got a yellow there. It was a little bit late. That could quite easily have been a red in the Champions League. So Lyon are really making us work. Great header there by Rodri. Rodri's a beast when it comes to headers, I've noticed. Hopefully he's like that in real life. Here comes Leroy. Look at the pace of Leroy. Well, not that much, but he did for a short burst, and then the lad got back, to be fair. And look at this, Lyon are just making us work for this. They're really making us work. And I think that's it. We managed to hang on. We get the 1-0 victory in the first game of the Champions League, so it's a fantastic episode today. We managed to pick up 3 wins on the bounce. We got our first win in the Champions League, so I'm really happy with that. First win in the Champions League. So 1-0. So we're off to a flyer in the group stages of the Champions League, and we are currently sat top of the Premier League. So let's just check the table before we go. And you can see by the end of that stream, we've played 5, we've won 4, drawn 1. We scored 13, 2 conceded. So we're top of the league. Spurs are second. You can see the chasing pack behind there. None of the big names yet are catching us up, but I'm sure they will. And in the Champions League, we're doing really well because we've managed to get our first win. So let's just go to the Champions League. And there's our group in the Champions League. So we top the Champions League group as well. So that's a fantastic episode. So thank you for joining us on this Man City Fan TV episode 3 on the career mode. Do hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave your comments down below. If you've got any ideas, anything you should I should be doing tactically, let me know. You guys reach out via the Twitter page at MCFTVFIFA, or just leave a comment down below and I will respond. Thank you all for watching. Be happy, everyone, and take care. All the very best.